Hello, welcome back to my channel. This is Connie from Peppercorn Arts. This video is sponsored by the Stationery Selection. I'm so excited to receive my March box because this box have everything that snail mailer or journal enthusiasts everything's for them. Basically, you need anything that you need for journaling or snail mailing, everything is in this box. So I'm super excited to receive it. And what I'm going to do today is I'm going to sharing with you on how to make one of these little envelope that you can use for your snail mail, or you can use it in your journal to get the little things, collect little things for that you can put in your journaling, like stick it in like this. Yeah, so that's what I'm going to show you today. So let's get started. Now, in the March box, it come with these pack of paper variety from Emoji Kami. Emoji is the brand, and Kami mean paper in Japanese. So it's I'm really excited about this paper. I'm a paper lover, and this pack just come with so many different type of texture and color and different sizes that sort of push your imagination and boundary as a crafter, I guess. So I'm going to improvise with some of these paper today to create one of these envelopes that you can see here. Now, I just realized that I'm missing something. Okay. With the March box, you also come with one of these Avro yarn. I have a whole bunch of these Avro yarn, and but I haven't got this one. They are such beautiful yarn, come from Kyoto. And it just, each of them are have so much characteristics and so much character, and it can really add a lot of texture and interest, I guess, into to your mail. So I really like using them in a lot of my packing, if you ever buy anything from me, or I really like to put them in my journal as well. So let's just get moving, because I think I talk enough here. All right, let's just see what we're going to do. So I'm thinking about making one of these. I really like making a little envelope for my journal. I started it in my travel journal, but now I'm like using them all the time. So I came up with this idea, is that I like to have an envelope that actually you can see through, so you can see what's actually inside it, and it could make a really cool features if you actually put things in it that have a particular shape or texture. I'm thinking about making one that is collecting the leaves that's falling for autumn. Yes, I know everyone's going to spring around the world, but in Melbourne here, we're heading towards autumn, so the leaves are falling, and these leaves here, a collection of leaves here, are the leaves that I collect actually from last autumn. And I'm thinking that maybe I should just create a little leaf package for my journal, and perhaps I should start collecting leaves for next year soon, and just something that I do. Anyhow, so I'm going to yes, make use of that in today's video. All right, so this pack, I'm going to make envelope with a clear window like that. I will need a big piece of paper, as well as a piece that is a little bit more translucent. So a paper like this would be ideal, so you can see right through it. Like, for example, if I put a leaf behind it, you can test it and see if you can see it. That's kind of okay. I'll see what else I've got. I think I saw another piece somewhere that it's more translucent. Let's see. No, I thought I might have imagined it. Oh no, hang on a second. I got that piece here. So that, like a clear sort of paper, that's quite nice too. Quite nice. That one quite nice. Which one should I go for? Maybe that one, because I quite like that one. Alright, so I'm going to use that one. You can make this really quickly, so don't hesitate to make more. Like once you make one, you might want to make more. Anyhow, so let's just get this started. Now, if it's a big piece of paper like that, you can always what the construction of this is that I'm going to make the envelope and I'm going to cut out a window, and then we'll go from there by using this clear more transparent piece as a window part. So we're gonna have to cut out a section in this envelope first. So to start it off, for this one I actually fold it in half and cut it across, but you don't have to. So I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this into our envelope size. I mean, I'm actually doing this on the fly. I didn't really plan it, and I think that you can do it quite free-handedly. You don't really have to have too much plan and relax into this, because your window doesn't have to be centered, I guess. All you need to do is fold it into the envelope size that you want. Get your scissors out and start cutting a window out. So I want a window right here. Now the thing is, you don't want the window to be too large, so you need to that you can't cover it with that piece of paper that you got. So you need to make sure that you measure it to the point that you won't be over cutting anything. So for this one, you want an envelope right in the middle. If you want it to be clear right in the middle here, you might have to that would be nice to be in the middle right there, isn't it? So what we'll do is we'll fold it in half here slightly. It doesn't really bother me with a little bit of a crease, so it's up to you, but it doesn't bother me. So I'm going to just get the envelope, the paper out here, and then cut around the area that I want. You can always adjust it after anyway, so it's not like the end of the world if it doesn't work out in the first place. So once you cut this out, you'll have an envelope like a window like this in the middle. I think it's okay, look fine to me. What I do is I'm going to go back to the back, and I will just actually put it in and see what it looks like. Now I have an envelope that have a window on it. Now it is a little bit crooked on one side, which probably I can fix that. You might want to fix it. Yeah, that looks better. So what I'm going to do is, like I said, I don't really mind the crease mark. It doesn't really bother me. Once it's done, you can't even tell anyway. So I'm going to paste it to the back here. So what I'm going to do is, you can use one of these glue stick, or again, a dot liner. It's come in handy at this point in time. Just go dot liner around the window X section. Paste it in here. Just make sure you cover the entire all the dot liners inside the envelope, because otherwise it will stick to whatever you put in there, which is annoying. Okay, that looked kind of nice. Now, actually, I forgot one thing. I might just take this off. That's the good thing about dot liner. I'm going to what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually decorate the around the window first before I actually going to put the things in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on this here, and I'm going to stand around the window. Now, in March Box, Meet includes these amazing stamps that is a blueprint of a house. It looks like blueprint of a house, Japanese stamps. I've been using it a lot because it's such a great background and background stamps. I just love it. Just so nice. Really add a lot of texture and sort of interest and structure to a craft piece. So now again, if you ever become a YouTuber, you should really plan your plan your video before you start. Like, not like me. I'm using the grey one here. I'm going to layer with a little bit with another stems. Now I mentioned that I'm going to do autumn leaf sort of look, so I'm going to put some leafy stems around this. Just something that I found in ooh, that looks nice. Quite happy with that. I also have this idea that I might use some of these tape that I got earlier in the earlier box. I'm going to stamp some of this tape as well and put it on there as decoration. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick it onto just surface of a piece of paper like this, and I'm going to stamp it with my stamp. Like this, peel it off and use it as decoration. That's quite nice, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to put one there somewhere as well. So you can create your own tape by stamping something like this, and really interesting stuff. You can create some really interesting stuff and create a lot of layers with it as well. I just go and put some glue there. Okay, so now I have somehow decorated. You can also, if you don't like those tapes, you can always use washi tape instead. Now, I hope it's can still glue this on there. Yep, fine. Put that back in there. Now I got the windows of my envelope done. Very nice. Like this. Now I feel like that I need something off-sided to hold it together, so I might just put some tape to go around it. These are the William Morris tape that I got last year in one of the box. So I'm quite happy with what I've got there. It did be boring at the back. I mean, that's okay too, because I was going to use it for collecting, putting things in it anyway, so it's not a problem at all. Another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this month calendar on the bottom here, I think, because I want to show that it is March, and it's a March envelope. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to finish the envelope off, and then I'll do the stamping of that. So I just finished the envelope off. Tape it up. And the bottom of the envelope, all you need to do is actually cut this, just a little bit of about a centimeter, and then you can fold it. You can use a ruler to help you with the folding, so it's a lot more accurate, like this. And what you do is you can just cut that off, cutting to the fold line, put it aside. Oops, sorry. And then round up the edges. Again, fold it according to the fold line. You have the bottom of the envelope seal. So there you go. You have a finished envelope. So there you go. Done. So you got an envelope there, all done, ready to go. What I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to put the March calendar in it, and I think a March calendar will look like, I better check what this month calendar look like. I'll consult my trusty Hobonichi. Okay, I'll get one of the one, I think it's that one. I'll put that there. And then I'm going to use one of these. It's March, so I'm going to use the this is the Classic water seal from a couple, I think from a couple of box ago. Put on there, and there you go. You got an envelope almost ready to go. So I'm going to now put some things in it. You can put all sorts of things in it. Paper, stamps, leaves. I have a whole stack of leaves there. This is quite a big envelope, so I might put the bigger leaves in there. You can see, let's just put it in and see what it looks like. Can't really see it, but you can sort of see it, but you got the idea. It would have been a lot clearer if you have clearer paper. So I'll show you. If I use the other paper instead of this paper, you will have been able to see it a bit better. Or vellum paper. Like if I put those guys there inside this, you'll see it. You can see that a lot better. You can see this. You can see them a lot better. This is, oh god, this is so pretty. Anyhow. We'll roll with this because I've made it now. So these are my autumn leaf collection stuff in there. So, but you can see that you can actually, there's a lot of potential. You can put lots of different type of things for your happy mail that you can see through. You can put messages on there that you can see through the window if your paper is clearer. Now this is probably not the best example, but you got the idea. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to finish it off for the top fold down bit. So we're going to do the same thing this time again. We're going to go about 1 centimeter down on either side of the top, and then you fold this. Use a ruler to help you to fold a nice straight line so you don't cut too much. Your cutting will be nice and neat. I actually want to fold it a bit bigger because it's actually it's nicer when it's thicker, so I'm going to cut a little bit more. It doesn't matter if you cut off the leaf a little bit. I'm quite okay with the organic looks about things. It's sometimes over fussing about what you're doing can actually have a negative impact on the outcome, so I'm quite relaxed about how I do things sometimes. Oops. Watch me hacking into these things. You can cut it a little bit neater once it's done. And once you've done it, again, you can choose to round up your edges, which is what I prefer. I like to round up my edges, round up the corners, make it look nice and neat. Once you're done, you fold it use a ruler to help you to fold it down. Now you will find out that you have this split on there. So how I've been dealing with it is I have been putting masking tape over it, which is not a bad idea. Like you can just use a bit of masking tape, stick it down the middle of the envelope so you've got a little bit of symmetry like this, and then you fold it under all the way so it's nice and secure. Oh, I didn't do a very good job. Do it again. So if you fold it under nice and neat, it should stay, and when you fold down you got a nice end there, so like this. Okay, so now you got the envelope ready to go. Just do the last bit of cleanup, and excess bits that you don't want or things that you're not happy about, clean it up. And then the next bit is the bit that when you're going to do the close-up. So I have a hole puncher which I use to punch hole. Obviously punching, that's just what hole puncher do, but I use a hole puncher like this to actually do a hole in the middle. And then there you go. It might be a bit too thick, but yeah, there you go. You got a hole puncher, punch it, and then now I can seal it. Now, so when to seal it, you can use any yarn to do this. I'm going to use this bit here just because I've been cut out already. So I just use one of this A3 yarn. First off, I will put it through the hole with it open, with the envelope open. Carry a bit of string here, and then I will go. It depends if you are planning to put these into your journal. If you're putting this into your journal, I would recommend you just to do it one round, and you'll go through this hole once only, because then what happens is it will allow you to open it up again later on quite easily in your journal, without, because you're going to stick this. What happens is if you are going to stick this to a on the back of a journal like this, you won't be able to unwind everything. So therefore you will be able to reopen this again if you're just going to have one wind. But if you do a multiple wind, you won't be see this, you'll be able to do one wind only, and you'll be able to put it through. But if you are going to use this as snail mail, you can actually wind it a couple of times before you close it up fully. So to close it up fully, I'm going to just, for the sake of this, I'm going to just do it one wind, because that's how it works for everyone. Basically, you just put it through with it opened, wind it once, and then wind it once. Don't go all the way, and put it through the back, all the way through the opening, like this. And then now you'll be able to close it up easily like that. Like that. So it'd be a nice envelope to put inside your journal for any bits and pieces or leaves that you collect, which is what I'm going to do, and or you can use it as snail mail. If you really want to actually use it as a snail mail, I can show you things that I do that I think is absolutely gorgeous. That you can include a little card, like just say that you want to send your friends some bits and pieces and you want to write little messages. It is another thing I normally do is that I use some of these little notes and I will write a message like let's just say that you want is a present for you. Like this, and what you can do is you can take it out, put that on here like this, and then what you do is you get some wax seal. Do someone to use some wax seal. It's very slow. And then what you do is you can just put it on there, let it dry. But like I said, you can actually, if you want, you can even, there's many possibility, like you can even wax seal a little leaves as decoration on here on the outside as well as the inside. But you can see the potential of what these clear envelope can do for you, because it's like super pretty. another, if you can't pick autumn leaves, you know, what I've been doing is I have a massive pot of maidenhair ferns, and I sometimes cut a little bits of maidenhair ferns to press it, because they're so delicate and they're so beautiful, and they make really great decoration for anything like this. Like, imagine if I put it on there. Actually, they look fantastic. I might just actually put it on there. So once you done that, you got a little tied up envelope with your little card to tell as a gift for your friend, or you can use this envelope for your journal. Yeah, that's about it really. It's really easy. I'm going to put that on here right away to actually keep it as my autumn leaf collection. I'm going to put it on the clear side because I don't like writing on the actually, I don't mind that. I'm just going to stick it here. Click it on there. I'm going to so now I have an envelope for my leaves collection, and the message is present for you, but not really right. But I could write autumn leaves on there, or I could cut it off and redo it. Autumn leaves collection, and then there we go, we got it. And then if I want to get something out of it, all I need to do is undo this string, and then I can undo this, open it, check out my leaves coming out, and then put it back. You can shove it back in there quite easily, or not. And all you need to do is to close it up with this string back into the hole. And there we got it, and you can close it up again like that. Really neat little package for your journal. So that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will put more video on I will put more photos up on the blog to show you some of the things that I do with this envelope, or close up of the envelope, so you can have a better look at it. See ya!